Alright guys, we're gonna go over another CodeFights example today. Today we're gonna be tackling one in the hash tables interview practice category. So hash tables are something that a lot of people probably don't fully understand. And this example that I'm gonna be trying to tackle today is said to be asked by LinkedIn and is rated as an easy one. So let's jump right into it. I haven't looked at it too much. I've just kind of skimmed the text of it. So I've done nothing to solve this so far. So without further ado, let's jump into the code. All right. So now that we've got the screen up here, let's read through the description. So you have a list of dishes. Each dish is associated with a list of ingredients used to prepare it. You want to group the dishes by ingredient so that each ingredient you'll be able to find all the dishes that contain it. For example, if there are at least 2 such dishes. Return an array where each element is a list with the first element equal to the name of the ingredient and all of the other elements equal to the names of dishes that contain the ingredient. The dishes inside each list should be sorted lexicographically. And just to bring that up so you guys are aware, it's basically a less than operator. So you just want to go from least to greatest. And I've had to do that in the past, and I'll show you guys how to do that. And that's pretty much it. So let's take a look at the first example. We've got a salad, pizza, quesadilla, and sandwich, each with their respective ingredients behind it: tomato, cucumber, salad, sauce. And the output should be this. So we're going to end up with the ingredient cheese. You know, we've got 4 ingredients: salad, sauce, and tomato with the different dishes. So immediately I start thinking about just using a JSON object and setting up the indexes so that the key is actually the ingredient. So I would iterate through. My key would then become tomato, and I'd see if that key exists. If it doesn't, I'd create it, and then I would add salad to that. I'd go to cucumber, add the key. If it doesn't exist, add salad to that. And then I'd go through all the way through to the end, and then probably my last step would be just sorting them, because I don't think it makes sense to sort as we go. I mean, it might as we get going. So let's look at the restrictions of this a little bit. So we're going to have less than 500 dishes, which means and then we're going to be guaranteed at least greater than 2 dishes in every example. So we won't have to worry about 1 dish. Oh no, that's the ingredients. So we'll have at least 2 to 10 ingredients. So let's assume we've got the max here. We've got 500 dishes, each with 10 ingredients. So we're looking at 5,000 items. That shouldn't be that much to process here, just to do a quick iteration all the way through. Now we have dishes I of j dot length is less than or equal to 50. So that okay, I think I'm reading this wrong a little bit here. So we've got because dishes will be an array of arrays. And those are the combination of everything, which I consider that to be a dish. So that means we'd have less than or equal to 500 and always greater than 1. Dishes.I, so that means this array should be less than 10, less than or equal to 10 and greater than 2. And then dishes sub I sub j dot length. It's kind of weird because I don't see don't see how this is valid yet, and I'm not sure. You know what? That might be string length. That's probably what they're talking about there. So they're saying, you know, the actual text in here will never be greater than 50. That's the only thing that makes sense in that scenario. Okay, so let's look at some of our test cases. So that's probably that one. To me, let's just start by thinking through the problem a little bit. So I always do this. So first thing I want to do is I want to create an empty JSON object. And then I want to loop through all ingredients and add the dish. Loop through all ingredients and add. No, actually, let's loop through all ingredients. Add ingredient as a key if it doesn't exist. Then we want to, if it does exist or if it doesn't exist, so we're going to have an empty array. So basically I'm going to want to add, add dish to ingredient dishes array. So basically I want to go through the entire list. So let's take a look at salad, for example. So I'd go through, and I'm going to start at the first index. So I'll go through starting at tomato. I'm going to check to see if the grouping dishes .tomato exists. If it doesn't exist, then I'm going to add it. And then I'm going to have a value in there, probably called something like group or dishes or something along those lines. And then I'm going to add salad to it. Alright, let's see. Let's jump right into some code here. So, alright, so I just typed integer. I've been doing a lot of Java lately, so if I start bouncing back and forth between JavaScript and Java, I apologize. Alright, so our outer index, we'll use that as I. And then what we're going to need to do here is for j is equal to 1, j is less than dishes I dot name j plus plus. Alright. And then we are going to take and create our return object is equal to just that. So our key is going to be I sub j, and our dish is going to be equal to dishes sub I sub 0, because it will always be first element in this case. And if return object key so if not return object key, then we're going to do return object key is equal to empty JSON array. And then actually, you know what I want to do here? And then I'll do return object key dot, I'll just call it dishes is equal to an empty array. And then we'll want to do return object key dishes is equal to add. And again, if I've got my syntax or my naming here incorrect, because I've been jumping between array lists and arrays, so I might have to fix this if it ends up erroring. And we're going to add the dish here. And let's just see. Object. Alright, so let's run our test here. Should be a bunch of nulls, everything should fail. Yeah, so .add is not a function. It might be push. Alright, let's see what ends up happening here. Yeah, perfect. So I'll just push that on the back. And our console, so we have tomato with dishes, salad, pizza, sandwich. Tomato, salad, pizza, sandwich. Perfect. Then we have cucumber. Let's follow it to the end. With dishes, salad. So cucumber. Oh, so I messed something up there because that shouldn't be. What did I do wrong here? Because I'm actually using, and then salad. Dishes, okay, I'm just missing something pretty obvious here. Because, oh, hold on a minute. You know, oh, it's hidden. Hold on, let's look at one of the harder ones. I see. Okay, so I'm going through. So this number should be 4 in this example. And alright, let's just see that. I'm just gonna add some logs here to try to figure out what I'm doing wrong, because sometimes I'm just missing something super simple. Okay, so tomato is, and then the dish is salad. Cucumber, the dish is salad. Pizza, pizza, pizza. Quesadilla, quesadilla. Sandwich, sandwich, sandwich. Like that is all sauce. That looks like it's all right. Okay. And then, okay, so let's just look at the keys that come through. The key should be 4. I'm probably doing something wrong here. Tomato, cucumber, salad, sauce. Tomato, sausage, sauce, dough, chicken. Oh, my key is wrong somehow. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? I'm missing all the dishes that contain, if there are at least 2 such dishes. So basically, all right, so we look at salad, pizza, quesadilla, sandwich. Tomato, cucumber, salad, sauce. Tomato, sausage, sauce, dough. Quesadilla would be right. So there's chicken, cheese, and sauce. No, that's all right. And then, so cucumber doesn't have 2, so that would be ignored. Sauce does, so that should be there. Sausage doesn't, dough doesn't, chicken doesn't, cheese does. And cheese is here, so that's right. And tomato does, which is here. Okay, so this is legit. I was just, I guess, confused by the output. That is generating the correct stuff that I'm looking for. Let's get rid of all of that. Now, basically, what I want to do is I need to now build an array. I'm gonna think here a minute, so give me a second. JSON object the right way to do that? Or should I be doing that? I mean, it might not be, actually. And then I can do sorting operations better on it. Okay, so if I do it this way, you know, thinking ahead a little bit, because now I need to do the sorting, and the one thing I didn't think about that I missed was sorting the ingredients on, you know, I was imagining sorting the second part of the list because I have an array there. That's pretty easy. But now I would need to sort and generate. You know, the one thing I could do actually is after I have this is I could just go through all of them, grab the data, fill them into arrays at that point. That might be the right way to do that. So let's try this code here. We're going to do for var key in return object. Here. And then my Java is kicking my butt a little bit right now. And then I'm trying to remember the actual property, because then I would need to do something like if, so I need to do var values is equal, or var obj is equal to return object key. And then what I'd want to do is do a final.push. Well, let's do this first. So we're going to do a dash dishes is equal to return object key dot dishes if dishes dot length is greater than 1, because we want at least 2. Then what we want to do is we want to sort it. So let's go dishes dot sort. And that should lexicographically sort it, if I remember how that works correctly. If it doesn't, we can go back and fix that with the compare function. But I think that'll handle it. Then what I want to do is I want to do and I only want to insert it here if there is more than one. Otherwise I want to ignore it. So we would do the final.push, and then we would make this an array. So we would do, how do I want to do that? Because the first element is going to be the key, and then the second element is going to be the dishes. Okay, so actually thinking about this a little bit more, what I want to do is dishes dot shift, I believe is the keyword. Yeah, because I was looking over here. That's the right one to use. It's probably the easiest way. And then we will add in the key, right? Because our key is our ingredient. Then, just out of curiosity, let's see how bad we're messing up our code here. And I do this quite a bit. So we have cheese. Oh, wait. 4343. What? I gotta think about this for a second. I mean, we're getting 4434. No, 33. You know what? I wonder if that's just printing out. Let's do this then. Just out of curiosity. I wonder if it's just printing out weird stuff there for me. No, we're definitely putting the number 4 in there for some reason. Okay. You know what? I know what's happening here. Unshift is probably returning the count, the new count, and that's what's getting pushed instead of the object itself. Darn it. Alright, now let's get rid of that. This is probably going to work now. And there we go. So we have that. Now, I basically want to... So basically now I want to do a final.sort, and I'm trying to remember, so it's like A comma B and then if, and this might be the wrong syntax again because I'm all messed up. I'm pretty sure this is right. A is less than, if A sub 0 is less than B sub 0, return -1. If A sub 0 is less than, or is greater than B sub 0, return 1. Else, return 0. And run test. I guess it would have helped if I were to print it out. This should sort it correctly. Cheese, salad, sauce, tomato. And then return final. Alright, we did it. So, let me just go through this and walk through kind of what I did again. I mean, there's no like space considerations here. Of course, you want to be as efficient as possible. We're actually using a sort algorithm there, and we're doing a sort algorithm here. But we're sorting based only on the first key, and then the objects get shifted around. And this is basically so I can keep track of pools of where things is. Basically like bucketing them off so things are bucketed correctly. Are there any immediate improvements I can make? Because when I start running the hidden test, it might run into some performance issues. Because we're doing, you know, you think about this, we're doing a loop. We're going over each one of the, we're going over each element. So this is end time here for every element. This is end time. This here is basically just the number of categories that or number of ingredients basically, and then we end up sorting them, which could be, you know, depending on the type of sort, in log n times n, where n is the number of keys, and then we sort the final results, which should be some subset of smaller values. So, you know, if there are 5,000 ingredients, we're probably looking at 500. You know, this might actually perform pretty well. There's a lot of things we probably could have done to make this faster, but let's give this a try. Let's see if we failed anything. No, we passed. Alright guys, hopefully you guys can come up with an even better solution. If you can, please drop it down below in the comments. I don't know, I'm pretty excited about that. It went pretty fast. Alright guys, until next time, peace out.